resist the urge to take the blame. You were a child. Hey, what's up? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am Orolua Onon, and I film about mental health, emotional healing, and my Christian journey. Thank you so much for being here. And if this is your first time here, please don't forget to subscribe. Thank you so much for being here. Don't forget to like, even if you've already subscribed. So let's go right into today's video. Today I'm going to be talking about the mother wound because it is something that is not talked about as much, especially in part of the world where I'm from, and which is Nigeria. Arise, O and also because it is something that a lot of people are dealing with. I recently hosted a support group meeting for it, and then I figured, this is something I should probably talk about on YouTube as well, just to raise more awareness and to help people navigate the situation, right? So what is the mother wound? The mother wound is basically pain that people feel as a result of having an emotionally unavailable mother while growing up. And many people don't even know that it has a name. Many people don't know that what they are feeling has a name. But that is what it is. And it's commoner in ladies, in daughters, than it is in sons, but it occurs in sons as well. It can happen in people whose moms were physically available, in people whose moms were financially supportive, but were emotionally unavailable. So some of the signs that you are dealing with the mother wound are: you feel resentment for your mom, you feel like you can't connect to her on an emotional level, you feel like she liked your siblings or likes, present tense, your siblings more than you, you feel like you have to attain some form of perfection to even remotely please her, you feel like you can't ask her for help, you can't ask her for support when you're in very difficult situations. So those are some of the signs that you might be dealing with the mother wound. Some of the ways it can affect you include: it can make you a people pleaser, it can make you have difficulty expressing yourself, it can make you constantly go for relationships where the partner is emotionally unavailable, because you process love as emotional unavailability. Your brain sees love as chaotic, so you might even be in situations where the person is loving, the person is present, the person is trying to love upon you as much as they can, but you find that to be boring because your brain is used to chaos being what love is. So that's another sign. You might also have the fear of abandonment, the fear that people in your life, the people that claim to love you, will leave you at certain points. So those are some of the ways that the mother wound can show up in a person's life. So what are some of the ways you can deal with it? Well, the first thing is to acknowledge that that's what you're dealing with in the first place. Like I said, it's not something that is commonly talked about where I am from. It's not something that people like to talk about, or something people, I think the world is changing, but it's not something people readily talk about. But it's important for you to acknowledge that that is what you are dealing with. I mentioned in my last video that awareness is the first step to healing, not denial, right? It's not a sin for you to acknowledge that you feel pain because your mom was emotionally unavailable. It's not a sin. It's not dishonor. So please acknowledge, if that is what you're dealing with, please acknowledge that that's what you're dealing with. Own it. Look at yourself in the mirror and say, okay, so this thing that I'm dealing with actually has a name, right? And it is the mother wound. The next thing is to name what you are feeling. Is it anger? Is it resentment? Is it bitterness? Is it confusion? Are you like, why did she do this? I don't understand. Name your feeling, then go on to express it in a healthy way though. So you can journal, you can paint, you can draw. The most helpful way I would recommend is to see a mental health professional, but you can do some of those other things. They are healthy outlets for you to express your emotions. Suppressing emotions is always a bad idea because it shows up in very, very damaging ways eventually. So please find a healthy outlet for you to express yourself.
I want us to dig a little bit deeper through journaling. I want to emphasize on journaling a little bit more. I want to encourage you to write out all the ways that you wish things were different with your mom while you were growing up. How would you have liked things to play out? How would you have liked things to be instead? Write it out, pour out your heart, be as specific and as clear as possible. What do you wish your relationship with her was like? Then go on to write about the impact that I mentioned earlier when I was talking about some of the signs that you might have the mother wound. How do you think that your mom's emotional unavailability has impacted you? How has it affected the way you show up in the world? Don't hide, don't pretend, be honest. Then realize that your mom might never change. It's not an easy pill to swallow, but it's the truth. And holding on to the belief or the desire that she will might only end up hurting you. Especially if she doesn't exhibit the changes that you want to see. So keep your mom in your prayers, but fix all your attention on your own healing.
And resist the urge to blame yourself. When we are born, when we arrive on the earth, we've been biologically wired to idealize our mothers, and that can be a very amazing thing. That can be a very good thing. But in some people, it prevents them from looking at situations involving their mothers objectively. And for a lot of people, they end up taking the blame. They end up feeling like, oh, maybe it was my fault, maybe I came too early, maybe she wasn't ready, maybe she was because of my schooling, she was not available, maybe because of this, maybe because she needed to make money for me. Resist the urge to take the blame. You were a child. There's literally nothing you can do. Even as an adult, you cannot control another adult. It is only the Holy Spirit that can do that. So resist the urge to take responsibility for what your mom did or did not do. I need to shout this on the loudest rooftops. Resist the urge to take the blame. Please don't do that to yourself. Then reparent yourself. There's a part of you that is the inner child that has been swallowing up, accumulating the wounds that you've not addressed, the things that happened to you as a child. There's your inner child that is crying out for attention, crying out for healing. Focus on that inner child. What did you want to hear as a child? Did you want to hear that you are special, that you are loved? Instead of going to the wrong people or emotionally unavailable people to get these things, write out affirmations of the things you wish people had told you and put it around your house, in places or wherever you stay. Put it in places you can easily see. Put it on your phone. Set up a notification that makes you get it often. Whatever you can do, just make sure that you constantly see the things you wish you were told. Part of reparenting yourself also involves getting the skills and the knowledge that you wish you were taught or you were told while you were growing up. So did you wish that someone taught you etiquette? Did you wish that somebody taught you how to ride a bike? All these things that a part of you still longs for, teach them to yourself. Read books, watch YouTube videos, learn the things that you possibly can. Then work on character flaws that have been formed in you as a result of this mother wound. I mentioned some of them, like people pleasing, an inability to express yourself, thinking self-critical thoughts because of things you heard people say to you and stuff like that. Work on them. You most likely need the help of a mental health professional to work through some of these, but at least be aware that you need the help and make the resolve to work on them as much as you can. So the little you can do right now, do it. The things you can learn, the things you can unlearn, immerse yourself with knowledge that empowers you to get rid of the character flaws that you currently have as a result of the things that you've been exposed to. The last thing I would like to mention, which I like to mention a lot when I talk about stuff like this, is please be patient with yourself. Be patient with your healing. Healing takes time. If you've been dealing with something for God knows how many years and you finally decide to start working on it in some way, you don't expect the healing to take place that quickly now, do you? So please be patient with yourself. Extend grace to yourself. And I'll see you in my next video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Bye.